So Chef Flavia couldn't be with me today, so she's kind of feeling a little under the weather. So I thought I'd make her something really comforting. What better to make than chili, right? And this is an awesome chili. This is our recipe, and I'm gonna make it just for her. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I have here. I have 2 pounds of ground sirloin. I have a can of crushed tomatoes. I have some chopped green chilies. I have 1 beer. Now again, you could use any kind of beer you like. I like to use a light beer. I have about a cup to a cup and a half of beef stock with a little bit of soy, about a tablespoon of soy and Worcestershire sauce. I also have 1 large chopped yellow onion. I have about 2 to 4 tablespoons, whatever you want, of just diced garlic or minced garlic. You can mince it, you can leave it bigger. I like to leave it bigger like I have it here. So, and here is the most awesome part. And then obviously here's some just regular beans. These are pinto beans and navy beans, and I have the light and the dark color. But here is some great stuff. Half a cup to a cup, depending on how you like it, of chili powder, crushed red pepper, which is key, Mexican oregano. This is awesome. This is great because Mexican oregano is a little bit stronger and not as sweet as traditional European oregano. I also have some ground cumin, which gives it that smoky flavor. And I also have, so we have some ground turmeric. And turmeric is an awesome spice. It's used in Southeast Asia, and it's actually part of the ginger plant. A lot of people don't know that, but it is. And the aroma, it smells so good, and it's awesome in chili. And then we have coriander. Coriander is awesome. It's actually known as cilantro. Cilantro, this is actually the ground seed of cilantro. Awesome in chili, obviously, because you see all the Mexican influences. So I have all my ingredients here, and this is really great to do. And this is how you can really create a nice meal and do it fast if you have everything parsoned out. So I'm gonna start cooking it. So I have my onions and my garlic in the pan, and they're cooking with a little bit of olive oil. So I'm actually cooking them down, and I'm getting them translucent. So you wanna do the onions first because you don't wanna burn your garlic. So then I added my garlic. So I got probably about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to just get this so it's nice and, like I said, translucent. So you can see how, translucent means they're getting a little shiny and they're getting a little bit thin, almost so you can see through them. I'm gonna salt them and pepper them, and then we'll come back and we'll add the rest of the ingredients. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add 2 pounds of ground sirloin. And I use ground sirloin because I don't really want a lot of grease in my chili. And if you use, a different type of meat that's probably 80-20, you're gonna have to probably skim a little bit of the fat off. So I would use ground sirloin in this because you want this nice. So I'm gonna brown with the onions and garlic, and then after that browns, we're gonna throw in the spices. So the meat is just about brown, it's almost brown. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw in our spices. So, and there's no order here. So we're gonna throw in the chili powder, the coriander, turmeric, the cumin, let's give that nice smoky flavor, Mexican oregano, which I prefer. It's a little bit stronger and a lot less sweet. And then you're gonna give it a little bit of heat with the chili flakes. So we're gonna mix all of that in, and that's gonna get, this is when really you're gonna start smelling this chili. Boy, this is awesome. So once that's all mixed in, and you're gonna get everything coated with the meat, then comes the busiest results. You're gonna throw in your beer, which that is gonna give it this awesome flavor, and you're gonna kind of cook that down. So that actually is gonna evaporate a little bit, and then once that's cooked down, then you're going to throw in your tomatoes, your crushed tomatoes, and then you're gonna throw in your beef stock with the soy and the Worcestershire. So I'll do that next. So we let the beer cook down probably about by half. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna throw in your crushed tomatoes. And you know what, brands, there's many brands of crushed tomatoes. I like Muir Glen, Flavia likes something different, we have a little bit of arguments on that, but it's fine. Any kind of crushed tomatoes you like, okay? And just make sure that they're crushed because you don't want like chunks of tomatoes in there. And then you're gonna throw in your beef stock with your soy and your Worcestershire. That's gonna cook down. And then the lastly but not least is green chilies. These green chilies are chopped nice and fine, but it's just gonna give you that little extra flavor and that texture of the pepper. So those are the chilies, actually. So those are gonna go in. We're gonna mix those up. And then last but not least are going to be the beans. But you're not gonna put these in right away, because if you put these in right now at this stage, this has to simmer for about an hour. You're gonna end up with mushy beans. So do that later. And then we'll come back and we'll show you all the sides and accompaniments that are gonna go with this. So the chili's done. And here's how we do it. Here's how we like to do it. We like to put a little bit of penne rigate, and this is like the smaller penne. You could use ditalini, you could use any type of pasta you like, but this is really, really good with chili. So we like to layer it. So we do a little bit of chili on top of the penne rigate. We take a little bit of crushed chips. Any type of tortilla chips you like. You can use Fritos, you can use whatever you like. We do a little bit more chili on top of that. A little bit more crushed chips. Parmesan cheese. A little bit of cheddar. Some jalapeno if you like. You know, some people don't like jalapeno. And then we grab a spoon. Little dollop of sour cream. This is how Chef Flavia and I like it. This is the best chili ever.